Hey there, my friends. Brian Kim here. Just got a great question from one of my clients. He asked, how do I stop feeling anxious? Well, my answer to the question is, you don't. Anxiety is not the issue, and I'll explain why in a minute. Anxiety is one of those things that, especially if you have ADHD or Asperger's, our nervous system is cranked up anyway. We tend to be in this state of hyper alertness. We're restless, we're agitated, we're kind of feeling like there's danger at any particular moment. Myself, I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder when I was probably 5th grade, something like that. And I've had it my entire life. But I've learned strategies over the years, mostly here, so that anxiety no longer stops me. That's the key. It's not that you don't feel anxious. It's what do you do when you do feel anxious? If this is a common issue for you, there's one thing you know very well. When you start to feel anxious, these thoughts tend to pop up automatically in your head. Thoughts like, oh my goodness, I think something's wrong, or oh my goodness, I'm starting to feel anxious. I should probably get out of here before I get too anxious and embarrass myself. Or I'm feeling anxious and, well, it probably means that I'm going to mess up somehow, or what if people are looking at me? What if people are judging me? All these thoughts that just pop up in response to the anxiety, do they make the anxiety better or worse? Clearly, they make it worse. They tend to take that anxiety and make it spike, and it can happen very quickly. So when you think, how was the anxiety before your thoughts got involved? Probably pretty manageable. But once those thoughts started getting in there, man, did it get worse. So you see, it's not a matter of not feeling anxious anymore. It's changing your relationship to that anxiety so that when it begins to rile up inside you, your first thoughts are not to, well, I have anxiety. Let's see if we can turn it into a catastrophe. That's not what you want, but that's what you tend to do, right? So where do you start? The first thing you need to do is start identifying what are those thoughts that pop in there when you start feeling anxious. The oh my goodness thoughts, the holy cow what if thoughts, the ones that start the anxiety escalating. Because once you've isolated those little boogers, we can start changing those things. It's changing those thoughts so that you change the relationship with the anxiety. Because if you're no longer having thoughts like, oh my goodness, this is terrible, what if this, what if that, your anxiety won't spike anymore. Like I said, I have anxiety every single day. I have this sense of restlessness, but it doesn't get to the point where it sabotages me because I no longer have the thoughts that escalated, and that's the key for you. So what I want to encourage you to do is start making a list of what those thoughts are. The ones that just pop in there, those little gremlins that like to take maybe an annoying or a moment that creates a little anticipation, anxiety, or a little restlessness, and turns it into a disaster. We want to get those things out of the way. In fact, I've got a tool that can help you. One thing that you might have missed recently is I decided to make my entire membership program, we're talking dozens of videos, I decided to make it open to the public because I want people to have these resources. You can get in there absolutely free. And there's one tool in there called a thought log, or let me look at it to make sure I got it right so you can find it. It's a thought record. And it's a little spreadsheet that you can print out. It's a PDF. And it allows you to keep track of those little thoughts that pop in there. Because trying to remember what they are, if your memory is anything like mine, it'll go in and out. Not to mention, you want to get those thoughts out so that they're somewhat independent of you. They're external and you can study them a little bit. Now, that's not the only thing this thought record is for. There's also steps in there that'll help you begin to change this thinking, which is the point of this video in the first place. How do you identify those gremlins and replace them with things that are actually going to help you no longer react or catastrophize the anxiety, so it no longer stops you? That's the key. So I will leave a link that will show you how you can get to my membership site for free. And then just scroll down, look for the thought record, and in using this video, you can use the thought record to begin isolating those thoughts and replacing them so that Again, you change your relationship to the anxiety so it no longer controls you, sabotages you. One more thing I want to throw in here. I am officially announcing probably the best offer or program I've ever released because I want to make sure things are more affordable for people. I have a group program, which means I bring all of my clients together 2 times a week so we can mastermind together, so we can brainstorm, so I can do some teaching. I start every call with 20 minutes of laser-focused teaching on a topic of my client's choosing, so you can go much deeper into these strategies and get better results. After those 20 minutes, it's open forum. You get to ask your questions. I get to give you specific advice for your situation, or we can just do some simple Q&A and discussion. 2 times a week, not to mention the unlimited support I give you 7 days a week in our members-only Facebook group. And I give you all of this for only $199 per month. So for that, I spoil the hell out of you. Try finding that anywhere else. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. So if this is something that interests you, I want you to private message me so I can answer all your questions. In the meantime, go track down that thought record so you can begin shifting those automatic thoughts that make anxiety a catastrophe and hold you back. Because if you can get that one thing out of the way, holy cow, are the doors going to open up for you. So I'll share the link in the comment. Get started. If you have any questions at all, just ask me. That's why I'm here. We're all in this together, okay? This has been Brian. If there's anybody you think that can benefit from this, please share it and let me know how I can help you. We'll talk again soon. Take care.